Hello you beautiful people. So this video is a highlight reel of the stream where I took some of the pictures that you can find on my Instagram page. Now I wasn't satisfied that I had met the challenge from my previous stream, and so I dedicated this one to continuing experimenting with lights. There's still a way to go, and it still takes me a while to take these shots and really dial in the lights, but here are a few of the images that I took.
Okay, so I want that quite low. I want to bring player back in. Try and go for the right depth. I'm not sure if I should have brought Joel a little bit further forward. But either way, we're going to play with lights. And first off, turn these off so I can see what the first one is doing. I want that low, very low. Rotate that round a bit maybe. Okay, no, it's not playing the way I'd expect it to. I've got Joel on there. Okay, so that is the base light. I'm going to reduce the distance a touch. About there. Oh, I've got another one there. Okay, we can do this. I don't want it so extreme, because we're going to be using other lights. Spread quite a bit more. Intensity quite low. I mean, we've got the luminosity as well, so I'm going to have the intensity about there. Then drop the luminosity. And you can, if you're looking at his genes, not Joel's, the infected. I'm looking for it just to become a little bit sharper. And then we can muck around with the other lights. Where can I put that? So that's again on rotation. Must be about here. So if it's there, I need it round here. And then bring it up a little bit. I need to reduce the distance. I can't reduce the distance. Really, I didn't want to have it shining on the wall. I can probably again drop the luminosity, but then I lose its benefit on there. So let's try orbit, raising it up, and then bring that back round maybe. It's so easy to lose these things. Oh. Okay, so let's increase that. Reduce the distance. So it should be about there. Not really seeing any change to the light on it. apart from there, bring that. Okay, let's try.
How are you on it with Python?
I'm really enjoying it, to be quite honest. It's at the moment I'm only on loops and lists and that sort of thing. So I've done if then else, elifs and stuff like that, which has been great fun because it's transferable skills from the robotics. You know, the blue prism. I program in that way. I just, instead of using commands, I just use objects. But it's going really, really well. Has been a really fun experience so far. And I'm slowly gaining an understanding of the language. I think that it's going to be very useful. I also like how you can define a variable as an input as well.
Implant.
Thank you, mate. Yeah, for too long I've been scared of learning another language, so it really has been a great experience for me. There must be a better way of doing this. I don't think there is. Try orbiting around. Actually, there is probably a better way of doing this. Move the menu, because I should be able to see where the camera is. I mean the light is. Because there is an icon for it. Nope. Okay, so now distance shows it's up there. This is a very, very confusing function. So there's orbit. So we're definitely at the right angle. No, we're not. Get it around more this way. Because what I'm trying to do is sidelight the character. Like that. So we definitely need... Well, it's already on maximum softness. So I'm reducing that there. Going to increase intensity somewhat. That first one needs adjusting. Softness again is on that, but the intensity... No, it's the distance that's the issue. Okay, so I think with the third one, I definitely need to have it on Joel's face, if I can, just to add some form of sense to why there's light here. So this has to be the no, we don't need that. This has to be the illuminator, effectively. So giving the impression that the light's somewhere around here. Distance-wise, about massive. Luminosity. Because I don't want Joel to be the brightest, simply because the infected are the important ones in this. Still not overly happy with the first light. I'm going to take this picture and then I'm going to move it just in case everything goes terribly wrong, which it sometimes has a want to do. So we need to orbit it. That's going that way, so I now need it more around this way, and then turn it around a tad. Carry on the orbit. So it needs a much larger spread. It's at the wrong angle, unfortunately. So bring that back round a bit more to about there. Can I raise that a tad? It's gonna look a little bit funky, but I may be able to fix that with the third camera. So let's reduce that spread a bit more. I mean the third light. I keep calling them cameras because that's what I'm predominantly controlling in this photo mode. So as I say, I may be able to fix it. So we'll have a play with that in a moment. I feel the intensity is a bit much for it to... terribly sorry for that. For it to blend in with what I think will work distance-wise. Three. I'm happy with that. Luminosity. Increase it a touch. Let's go back to the third camera. And oh, it's not doing it. Can I orbit it around? No. What I was hoping to do, oh, that's why it goes that way, was to capture some of that. Let's all blend it in a little bit. So again, we've got to go back to camera 1 and reduce the luminosity, I believe, after all that. Which I kind of like, because you've got the darkness in the tunnel again, so it's got that mystery, that unknown. Again, the infected is the brightest thing, so that's what's going to grab your eye the most. That's going to be an interesting one. I don't know how that's going to work in a portrait crop, but I'm quite happy with that. If you compared to the previous lighting attempt, I think that's, apart from the spotlight behind him, but wow. No harm taking a cheeky photo while we're at it. Probably drop down a bit. And then bring the character in, so that really... That's not a great pose, Joel. Can we go elsewhere? So that's a really, really hard light. That'd be quite hard to diffuse. And it kind of makes me want to experiment. I mean, I'm gonna zoom out a bit just so that, because I'm trying to use that hole in the wall, I mean in the pattern, the splatter, as a frame. I'm wondering if placing some lights
It's
on the
direct
back
sunlight.
wall. Yeah, that's exactly right. It's your midday sun, which is great for capturing shadows and very like shapes and things like that. I mean, I don't want to mess with what I've done, but if you look at the bottom of the image, look at how the light's hitting it. It's got quite a clean edge. It's a little bit of blur to it, but it's generally quite clean. Those sort of things, black and white images. In fact, I'll show you the black and white effect. So what can work really, really well with that. So about there. That's where this sort of lighting really excels. It's great if you're using a mobile phone to take pictures, because mobile phones work really well with high contrast. So either like massively saturated colours that are different, or things like this, really strong contrasts. Mobile phones are great for that sort of thing. But let's reset that, because that's not what I'm going for. So what I'm tempted to do is enable a light, put a massive spread on it, increase the intensity, increase the softness. And what I'm trying to do is just reduce that contrast somewhat. Oh, I have to be so very careful. About there maybe, I think. And then I need to, now I've got the right distance, I can do field of view. I mean, this would be great for a landscape shot. Probably could do fairly well for a portrait as well. But either way, I feel that it's not so extreme, but it's still a very, very strong light. So I'm going to get that. I rather like those as well. Aesthetically pleasing. Okay. So, turn it around, Joel. Just seeing if there's anything I can do with it. I need to be far enough back so that it'll get in the portrait picture, or portrait aspect, I should say. It's not a portrait picture, so to speak. Right, just gonna grab that. And really, it's just the really interesting shapes of the circles. The beams of light are going on to Joel, and it set it up so that the left third of the image is nature and everything else is industrial, so it's a good contrast. So that's why I just paused and took that picture.
Thank you to watching to the end. It really does help my channel out. If this video was too short, I also stream Fridays 8 PM British time, and I save all of them to my past streams playlist as well, so you can catch up on those. So if you actually want to learn about photography or see some reviews on photo modes within other games, then I've put some links in the description for you to check out. So have a great week, and remember, we say goodbye so we can say hello again. Goodbye.